الكافي، بسم الله المعافي، بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. بسم الله على أنفسنا وديننا، وبسم الله على أهلنا ومالنا، وبسم الله على كل شيء أعطانا إياه ربنا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. نعوذ بالله مما نخاف ونحذر. الله ربنا لا نشرك به شيئا، عز جارك وجل ثناؤك وتقدست أسماؤك ولا إله غيرك. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من شر كل جبار عنيد وشيطان مريد، ومن شر قضاء السوء، ومن شر كل دابة أنت آخذ بناصيتها، إن ربنا على صراط مستقيم. اللهم وفقنا في كل عمل ترضاه عنا في ديننا ودنيانا وآخرتنا، إنك على ما تشاء قدير. واجعلنا عندك من المقبولين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم وفقنا ووفق الحاضرين ووفق القائمين على هذه الندوة. اللهم وخصوصا بهم عبد الرحمن كريم، وخصوصا الدكتور يحيى عبد الرحمن، اللهم وفقهما لكل خير، والحاضرين وكافة أمة المسلمين أجمعين، ولوالدينا ولمشايخنا ولأهل الحقوق علينا ولكافة أهل الإيمان والتوحيد، بفضل سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. تقبل الله منكم.
Dr. Yahia Rahman in KL last week, and of course I've known him through reading his book LARIBA, and of course I have distributed to you his series, and just imagine how very impressive his strengths of gratification as well as different experience in baking and other subjects. But of course, what is important here is that our brother Dr. Yahia is from the States, and this is where to be able to survive and be able to be so successful in the States, you must be somebody which is well placed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have managed to hijack you, Dr. Yahia, to Brunei, unfortunately for just one day, leaving tomorrow. But of course tonight, some of you will be able to visit him again with our dinner. And we have asked him to specifically tell us his stories or experiences in managing, or what do you call it, launching human Islamic operation in the States. And what impressed me so much was that in the States, according to him, when he was giving this lecture last week, non-Muslim, the American non-Muslim are now beginning to be so impressed by the operation of central banking, which is based on equitability, fairness to the borrowers as well as to the lender. And of course, central banking secret way, we as human beings have been able to fathom the divine injunction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a way, as we progress along, according to him, conventional banking now getting together magic into what we have been practicing for the last 1,100 years. Conventional banking just started in earnest during the last 300 years. So without much ado, like our brother Abdul Yahia to share his experience and knowledge in managing money, banking and finance. Please. If you are brave enough, please ask question as we go along.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وعلى صحبه وعلى التابعين. First of all, I'm very delighted and excited to be here in Brunei. I've never been to Brunei before, so very happy to be with you. How many of you understands the way I speak English? Am I speaking too fast? Is this all right? Great. And I wish I could speak my I know Salimanda tongue and all this, but one day, inshallah, we will learn Malay and we will communicate. One observation I can talk about, and that's the value of the letters that you use to express yourself in your language. I noticed that you all were reading the dhikr very fluently because you know the letters, the alif, ba, ta, tha. Then you can easily relate to it. And of course, the West, in its pursuit to change our cultures, has made many countries change its letters, especially Turkey. You go to Istanbul, Turkey, they use the same letters as English. Their letters used to be Arabic, like the language of the Quran. And that shows you the value of keeping these letters, because it keeps you in touch with the Holy Quran. If you teach your children the alif, ba, ta, tha that you have in Jawi, it would be very easy for them to read the Holy Quran. It would be much, much easier than if you teach them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then to make them read the Holy Quran, it will take you a very long time to get them used to these letters. So stay the course and refuse any effort to change these letters, inshallah. We're very proud of you here in Brunei. May God bless you and reward you. The second thing I want to talk to you about is generally the concept of Islamic banking. And I would like this to be informal. So I'm going to be standing behind the desk here, and I want you to answer my questions. Somebody tells me why he or she is working for a bank, an Islamic bank. Why are we working for an Islamic bank? Did I put you to sleep? Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy or what? Why are you working for an Islamic bank? Why are you working for an Islamic bank? Yeah. In addition to making a salary, right? So you can feed your family, right? That's obvious. But why are you working for an Islamic bank and not working for a conventional bank? I want answers. I'm not going to give a lecture here. I want answers. Why do you work for Islamic ladies? Why do you work for the Islamic bank? Yes? Loud. We'll get the microphone. Why?
For
in the Quran. But how do you help people? When people come to you and say, I want help, how do you help them? How do you help them? Loud. Where's the microphone? I'll hand them the microphone. Yeah, thank you. Yeah? Okay. What? Go ahead. Listen, I don't bite. I don't make tests. All right? I'm very nice. All right? But we need to share these ideas. Then we can communicate with each other. Go ahead.
Financing.
You give financing. Very good. When you give financing to somebody, how do you feel about it? How do you feel when somebody comes to you saying, I would like to have a personal loan, and you serve that person? How do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel fulfilled? Ladies, how do you feel? This lady here. How do you feel when you serve a client? You feel happy. Why you feel happy?
I can help them.
Because you have helped the client, right? So we are in banking because we have an interest in helping people, right? We are not in banking just to sit down and count the money. We are not in banking just to give money and take money. We are in banking to serve people. We are the servants of people. And the Prophet ﷺ had a hadith in which he says, خَيْرُ النَّاسِ أَنْفَعُهُمْ لِلنَّاسِ. The best of all people in Brunei are the people who are good to others, who help others, who benefit others. So the Islamic banker has to be very active in the community. The ladies have to know everyone in the community, not only just the intimate friends. You know everybody in your neighborhood, their children, their needs, because you are out to serve them, right? The same thing with a young man. You are out to serve people, and you have to know your community very well. How do you know your community? Where do you meet your community? In the masjid, exactly. Because this is the place where Muslims get together. Where do you meet your community? Where? In the masjid. And sometimes in the coffee shop, right? And sometimes in other places, right? But most important, the meeting place for Muslims is the masjid. It's very good. Is Islamic banking only for Muslims? Is it only for Muslims? It is for who? For everybody. We are out to serve everybody. Christians, Buddhists, Hindus. Why? 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 Because it is because they are people, right? It is God's gift to the world. And why else do we serve everybody?
As a Muslim, you have to have
Yeah,
As a Muslim, you have to have everybody.
as a Muslim, you have to help everybody. Good? And what else? It is the best form of da'wah. Right? It is the best form of da'wah. If a Muslim goes out and helps a person, of sisters who are serving the best they can, they will say, I better join in this club, the club of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Does this make sense? Does it make sense? So you are in the business of serving people. All right. Why Islamic banking? Anybody has 1 ringgit, 5 ringgits, 50 ringgits? Just give me. I mean, what dollars? Give me. I'll give it back to you. I promise. Any big amount, big piece of paper, I mean, big currency, 100. We'll ask the boss. How much do you have in your purse? Give me 100. What's this? What's this? Huh? No, I'll get 50. I like it. I like it. What's this? $50. I'm going to cut it. Should I cut it? Huh? Why? Why? Can I cut it? You have matches? Give me a match. I'll burn it. Right? Should I burn it? Huh? Why? That's bad. You know, this is nothing but a piece of paper. This is nothing but a piece of paper. Believe me. The only problem is it is printed in a special way. Of course, it has the Honorable Sultan picture on it. And it has the currency on it. And it is nothing but a piece of paper. But many of us think that piece of paper is so holy, we are willing to die for it. Right? Correct? You are willing to fight with your wife for it. Right? And you are willing to fight with your husband for it. Right? I want that 50, you know? Give it to me. Right? It's nothing but a piece of paper. Really nothing. What does it reflect? Like you said, it reflects value. The value of the economy that supports it. Why is a dollar piece of paper different from this piece of paper? Because it reflects the value of the American economy. Now suppose I and Abdul stand next to each other and you want to evaluate us. You say, put your hand in your pocket and get me how much money you have. Abdul will produce $200 and I have nothing in my pocket. He says, this man is richer. I'll give him more respect, right? He's a good man, you know, I'll give him more respect. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say is that this piece of paper is nothing but a scale of value. It's like when you stand up on a scale and you say, I gained 10 pounds or 10 kilograms. I ate too much, right? Because the scale tells you this. And that's exactly what this piece of paper is. It can tell you if you're getting richer or you're getting poorer. Now, second point. If I take this $50 and put it in this cup and close it down and leave it for 1 year and come back, will it be $150? No. Huh? No. It does not reproduce like rabbits? No? No. Will it be $150? No. Why? Why? It's just a piece of paper sitting inside a jar. So the point I'm trying to make is that this $50 has to be invested in an economic activity in the community in order for it to grow. To buy seeds, to put it in the soil, it produces fruits, and you sell the fruits in the market. You invest $10 in the seeds, and you produce fruits for $50. You make a profit of $40. But keeping it in this jar and closing it, it stays as is. Alright? So in a conventional bank, you go and you tell the conventional banker, or actually the conventional banker, come and put your deposit deposit with me. Put 100, I'll give you 110 at the end of the year. Right? Is this proper? No, I'm just trying, I'm not calling names yet. Is this proper? Because what he's telling you really is, bring this money, I'm going to put it in a jar, and I'm going to give you 10% of it. And the answer is, tell him, I don't believe you. Because if I take this dollar and put it in this jar, close it, it will never produce 10% per year. We, Muslims, believe that this dollar has to be invested in the community in order for it to produce the 10%, the 18%, the 20%. And it also can lose 5% or 10%. We like it when it makes money, of course, right? We don't like it when it loses money. And that brings in the next point. The fundamental difference between riba and LARIBA is you cannot sell money for money. In a conventional bank, you go to a banker and you tell him or her, I need $100,000. You say, fine. You want $100,000? Yes, I need $100,000. Do you have a good collateral? Yes, I do have a good collateral. Are you a famous person? Yes, I'm a famous person. Are you well connected? Yes, I'm well connected. All right? I'll give you $100,000 and you sign a contract that after 1 year you will give him back $115. The conventional banker doesn't even ask you what you want the $100,000 for. As a matter of fact, he can give you an open invitation to spend up to $200,000 in what they call an unsecured line of credit. You know what an unsecured line of credit is? Just come and spend. Don't worry about it. But in Islamic banking, the first question you ask is, what do you want the money for? Right? Because you are concerned about the use of this money. So she will tell you, well, I'd like to go out and speculate. Where is the place where they play gambling here? I don't know what the name is. Las Vegas of this area. What's the name of it?
No place.
Huh? Nothing. You don't gamble here. Huh? No. That's very nice. Anyway, but you go. Say again. You go to the borders here, and you can do gambling, right? As much as you want. And if you do gambling, you say, oh, sorry, we cannot lend you money, right? Can't do that. Or you can go out and speculate in the gold market or the foreign exchange market. We tell him, we're sorry, we can't do this. But if he comes and says, you know, I'm getting married and I want to buy a home so I can get married in that house, what would you say? Yes, I would be glad to talk to you about this. And you keep doing it over and over and over again, you will create a reputation in the city that you are the institution that's encouraging marriage. And marriage is an Islamic institution that we want to encourage. Right? Would you be happy if your daughter gets married or if she goes out dating and having boyfriends and girlfriends? Which is better for you? Getting married and having a family. And the institution that helps this to happen is IBB and Islamic Bank. Right? Did you ever think about it this way? It's very important. Second case. A person comes to you and says, I want to go to university. And I know university is free, right? Here in Brunei, alhamdulillah. But I also need to buy some books, need to buy automobiles, right? An automobile, and I need some help. Would you talk to them about this? Would you finance them? Yes, we'll finance them. So the point I'm trying to make is that in Islamic financing, there must be, let me tell you about cellular phones. I always say that if the Prophet ﷺ was alive today, he would have made it haram to have a cellular phone in the middle of a meeting. Haram! Right? It is haram. Big haram. So shut your phones off, for God's sake. Alright? Very, shut it off. I don't want to hear a phone ringing. Let me see about my phone here. It's not shut off. Shut it off. Okay, very good. So, we agreed that you are out as bankers to serve people. Not even help, serve. You know what a servant is? How many of you ladies have a servant at home that helps her with her children? Raise your hands. Most of you do. Yeah, raise your hands. Right? All of you. Now, here in this band, you are that servant. Believe me, you are that exact servant. The customer will come and shout at you and tell you things. And you say, thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Because this is your mission as an Islamic bank. Because when you say thank you, brother, thank you, sister, even if they are not Muslims, then it is part of your salat, your prayers. Because now you are a different banker. You are a banker with a vision. You are a banker that walks in and people look in their forehead here, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. You don't have it written, but they look at you and say, this is the banker who has on his forehead, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And if you put that in your heart, you will always work hard. If you put that in your heart, you will always put yourself as a servant of the people. What is servant in Malay? Ama. You will be all Ama. All are Amas. Right? Amas to help people. And wallah, Allah is my witness. If you do this, you will be the most successful bank, not only in Brunei, but in the whole area. And this is what we have done in America. We love to serve people. And we love to be fair and good to people. And we serve not only Muslims, we serve Jews, we serve Christians, we serve Buddhists, and we serve people even who do not believe in faith. Let me tell you a story and I'm going to stop. We once, this $50, who gave it to me? I forgot. So, we once had an American Catholic who came and we financed an automobile for him. And then things didn't work out for him after 2 years. So what we had to do, we had to take the car back. We took the car back and we sold the car. Now any conventional bank would sell the car and pocket the money. But what we did, we take whatever he owed us and we gave him the money back. This man said, I've never seen people like that before in my life. Ever. Who are you? We said, we are the Muslims. And you know something? He is making for Islam and the Muslims the best da'wah throughout the city. A true story, wallahi, a true story. Because this is what we want Muslims to do, to become the example. I once had an interview on the radio, the National Public Radio of America. I had an interview and I talked about Islamic banking. There is a good system where we share the profits, where we share the risk, where we are good-hearted people. We don't go out and sell somebody's home right away, but we are passionate. We sit down and talk to them about their situation. God is my witness. Men and women from the Christian faith in America kept calling, we want to know about your bank. Tell us more about it. And this is how it happens. But let me tell you, when I went to America in 1968, all I had in my pocket is $17. 1968, $17. I had nothing. But through hard work, good reputation, high ethical and moral values, difference between Islamic and conventional banking. Suppose I wanted to buy a car for $18,000, right? I go to Mr. Hunt here, and I say, Mr. Hunt, you are an Islamic banker, I want to buy this car for $18,000. And I go to Abdul, and he's a conventional riba banker, and I say, Abdul, I want $18,000 to buy a car. What Abdul will do is say, fine, you get a good job, yes, I have a good job, you have a good salary, yes, I have a good salary. Okay, Mr. Yahia, interest rate on the money is 10% or 15%, whatever the number is. We'll sign a contract, we'll do it. Done. In this case, he is selling money for money, right? He doesn't care. Money for money. I go to Mr. Hunt and say, well, first of all, what kind of car you're going to buy, right? So he's going to say, we're going to buy a Toyota Camry. I don't think it's $18,000 here in Brunei. It's more, right? Or less? How much is a Camry? You don't know what a Camry is? Yes. What about an Echo? How much is an Echo here? You know the Echo? Huh? 25,000. Very good. So we'll go out and buy an Echo for 25,000. First thing he will say, if it is an Echo, let's go and do some investigation. We'll go to the rent-a-car places and find out how much would we rent this car for, right? Because this rent reflects the real value of this car. And based on that, I'm going to define how much is the monthly payment. See the difference? The utility of the car versus money. Same thing if you're buying a home or an apartment. You have an apartment, how much is the rent on this apartment? And based on that rent, then we collect our monthly payments. Is that clear? That's all I want to say. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer. Thank you very much. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer. And promise that you will ask me questions. I'll be delighted. Please, I want questions. Raise your hand.
questions? We have one or two questions.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Actually, I have one question. In fact, when you read us on this Islamic banking, we have to serve for the people, for the Ummah. So, how can we actually stop the impression of the people from having the impression that Islamic bank is a charity bank? Because, and another thing is that you mentioned on this conventional banking, what we understand is that on this credit was 0%, they're concentrating on the credit 0%, right? So in Islamic banking, you mentioned we are actually looking the background of the person, on his financial and his job background. So how is it different from this credit 0%?
Yeah. We have two questions. How we can take out of the minds of the people that this is not a charity. We have the same problem in America, by the way. Same problem in America. We get all of these phone calls. Really, we have the same problem. Muslims, I need some help. I'm very poor. We tell them very frankly that this is not a charity business. There are some other charity organizations that give you these donations. We are a financial, professional institution, and we want to make profits for our clients. Why? Why we're saying this? In your case, you are lucky, because alhamdulillah, Allah has given good resources to Brunei, and the money comes from the government. But if I were a shareholder in your bank, if you told me, Yahia, come and invest $1 million in this bank, and you give me 2% of it, 2% return on it, will I keep my money with you? Will I keep it? The answer is no, I'll take it away. So if we keep giving money and not taking our money back and our profits back, nobody will invest money with us, and we'll end up closing shop. And we will be hurting Islamic banking more than anything else. So we need to run Islamic banking as a professional operation. Before we give financing, we want to make sure that this person has the character, has the reputation, has the cash flow, has the ability to pay back, and has the experience of running the business. It's not only creditworthiness, because believe me, creditworthiness is just a piece of paper. Tell you what, he is AAA rated. Well, that doesn't make any difference. All I want is, I want to touch that person, touch his flesh and blood, and know him, and ask the imam of the masjid, what do you think of this man? Ask his neighbors, what do you think of them? You see what I mean? It's not a donation process. Donation is done by another department in the Islamic Affairs Ministry. You have an Islamic Affairs Ministry here, which has a donation process and so on and so forth. And I'm sure the Sultan has a process for doing these donations to the poor. But you are not an institution for donation. If you do this, you know what will happen to you all? You will lose your jobs. You know why? The bank will not make money, and will not make money. And somebody higher up will say, what's this? Let's close it down. You close it down, two things will happen. Very bad reputation to Islamic banking. And wallahi, Allah will punish you all and me on the day of judgment for doing this. Because you made riba better than LARIBA, right? Isn't that what you're doing? If you don't go out after the people to make sure that they will pay back, and they have the experience to run the business, and they are honorable even to sell themselves, astaghfirullah, on the market to pay back, if you don't do this, you will prove to the world that the riba system, conventional banking system, is better than the Islamic system. And you would have done Islam a very bad service. And the second reason is a very selfish reason. What is the selfish reason? They will close you down. You will go home, there will be no salary, right? Would you like that? Would you like it? course, Muslims are majority. Yeah, Muslims are majority.
Mostly local people or just general?
All American Muslims. American Muslims. First generation immigrants or children of immigrants. You know, let me also tell you something that we do in America, and I strongly recommend that you do it. And Mr. Han do it. And if you find a young man or a young lady who are good stock, by this I mean good family, well raised, well educated, and you want them to become something big in the future, you need to help them to do that. For instance, if somebody is coming back from London after finishing the medical school and his dream is to open up a private clinic because most of the public clinics are not efficient. His dream or her dream is to open up a nice clean clinic with ATG, with the latest equipment to run it. You need to bring this person and work with him or her so you can open this private clinic. Or a dentist, right? You can have, or a person who is very interested, like the son of your friend. The son of your friends. I have had the experience of the son of my best friend. His name is Hazem Abdul. He was a young man like this, and he grew up, and he was a football player, and he loved to build things, build homes, right? And he graduated from the university. True story, wallah. About 12 years ago, this happened. And he graduated from the university, and he wanted to be in finance. He went to a finance company. He hated every minute of it. So he came and said, Uncle Yahia, I hate this business. I said, why? I don't like this desk business. I said, what do you want to do? He said, I want to build homes. I said, fine. What's wrong with that? So we brought him to LARIBA. And I hope you'll do the same here in IBB. And we told him, let us start small. And instead of building a home, buy an old house, renovate it, and sell it. And make the profit. And he did this slowly and slowly. Today he builds homes for $4 million and $6 million. Very famous builder. Now imagine if you at IBB, right, contribute to the making of future successful men and women. These are your children. You have children, right? How many do you have? One child. What's this? How are we going to fill all this space? One child. One child. We want 4 and 5 and 6. Huh? How many has 4 children or more? Raise your hand. Only 2. That's why you have 300,000 in Brunei. We want 2 million.
Mr. Hat has 12.
How many Mr. Hans? Huh? Mr. Hans has 2. Abdul has 12? No, really. We want to make Mr. Hans children. Huh? Because we want to have all of these people. Have fun. You don't live lonely, right? How old is your child? 4 years old. MashaAllah. So, a girl or a boy? A boy. So, a boy, when he is at the age of 20, right? You want to help him, right? Don't you want to help him become an independent businessman? How can we help him? Without doing it through Bank Islam Brunei. You see what I'm saying? I bet you have relatives in your families, neighbors, but you don't bring a man or a woman who has no experience and you give him the money. It's exactly like giving a nice car, a Mercedes, to a young man who has good intentions and good family without learning how to drive. What will happen to the Mercedes? What will happen to the Mercedes? It will break. So you bring in somebody who has experience. Wallah, if you consistently keep doing this, if you purposefully doing this, keep doing this over and over and over again, you will get 2 things. The barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you help people, right? Allah will send you barakah. Barakah in your husband, in your wife, barakah in your children, barakah in your parents, because you're helping people to get in there, right? Number 1. And number 2, you will have a great reputation in the city, and you will always deal with the successful best, inshallah. Please, please, please serve people. Become ama.